That's so funny. The person next to me is probably like, what? I really like what the light is doing right now. This is so pretty. Not much of an entrance this time. I'm in my car, have been driving around, parked in front of the perfect white wall that I think gives a really nice amount of fill. Love where it's landed. I think this is all a reflection of really how this past month has gone, right? There's lots of going, but not really settling down anywhere, but being okay with wherever the vehicle ends up taking me. I think it's really not that deep, but there's parallels here if you want to try and find them. I'm a little backlogged on the sequence that I wanted to release this. There was another video that I had slated for this time in the month, and then life hits, and then things end up landing on my heart where I'm like, I think this is the story that we need to be telling right now. So here we are. Pisses the editing side of me off quite a bit because I like it when things land in perfect sequence and they go exactly like how I planned. But once again, those expectations are not being met and, you know, perfectionism, right? So here we are. As I had mentioned before, there's a lot happening right now, all at full intensity, all at the same time. From trying to pivot an active business to short films to multiple different proposals to a fortune cookie product ecosystem to attempting to articulate the secrets of the universe to building SaaS solutions to things that give me a headache, finding new ways to store recipes because I eat out way too much, and watching a creative incubator form in real time. All while being stuck in the middle of a huge identity shift and gutting everything that I used to hold on to for safety while trying to build. No big deal, right? Like, I love all these different things, and I think a lot of these things are a byproduct of undiagnosed ADHD, but it's also a lot, all the time, all at the same time. And that's the thing, right? While there's been a lot of building forward in both the physical and the sociological sense, it also all threatens a dying version of myself that is still clawing for a part of this story. And I'm not giving it space, and it's very mad at me, right? Because when there's forward momentum, the old nervous system fully kicks into survival mode, and then for safety, the whole operating system goes into kernel panic, and you hit a wall. A little over 24 hours ago, I woke up in a state of absolute disparity, right? Even though everything might be successfully materializing, it all is somehow still wrong. And it's insanely frustrating, right? Because this tends to happen on days that are following huge breakthroughs. Because the old nervous system is recognizing in real time that the old version of myself that liked to stay safe is being challenged with real, hard, actionable evidence. And what happens, right, in the moment as it all starts to hit, I just have to stop and write, get it all on paper, process it with Jesus, give it a place to live, and as I like to say, just be in the mess of it all. Hold, don't sabotage. And what I'm really telling myself in these moments is that it's okay to stay. Cue Interstellar, because my entire life is a Hans Zimmer score. So I'm deep in it all, right? I drop off the grid, people are understandably a little concerned and start to ping in, to which then my roommate literally has to walk up and knock on my door and drag me out of my room and out of my own head. And that was kind of the moment where it just stopped. You talk to people, you breathe, you see life starting to move around you again. You call out the lies that your brain tries to spin, and you just return to life and live. So I drove to Canes, did a little bit of people watching, then one of my close friends called and we ended up talking for about an hour. Well, after that conversation finished, realized I didn't really want Canes anymore, so I drove down the street to my favorite Mongolian barbecue place, which ended up being a really good pivot because that place is my comfort food. Once I got some food in me, realized I needed to get out in nature, so drove down to a lake. And for me, nature is really how I recenter and reground myself, right? I don't think you can be in any line of creative work and not have an appreciation for the beauty of the created universe. And really, that's where everything just kind of realigns for me, right? Because you're taking in the beauty of what I think is the most beautiful thing, and it takes all the spinning and all the chaos and kind of brings you back to the sense of everything is ordered, everything is designed, it's all going to be okay. Then from the nature appreciation comes just the desire to be with people. So my parents lived down the street from the lake, so drove over there, just took some time to see the folks that I love, spend some time with the kitties, and just not output for 2 seconds. And in those moments, I watched myself slowly begin to heal in real time because of these simple little things that brought me back to myself. And that's what's so great, right? It didn't really take anything big. It just took getting out of my head, getting some food in me, getting back in nature, then spending some time with people that I really deeply care about. And kind of in those sequences of all those different things, it's kind of like, oh, yeah. We're still here. Everything was just in my head, and it took these things as kind of this mirror to the true soul self, to where you finally get to that point of being like, yeah, we're good again. And I think that's just the beauty of simplicity and the beauty of the spaces in which we find ourselves placed in. Then today started, clear-headed, feeling like I could finally see the world clearly again. And yeah, while the to-do list was still here, nothing fell apart, contrary to what my mind was trying to tell me. And most importantly, I didn't lose myself to a dying version of my identity that's constantly pushing against the good things that are happening in my life. And that's the thing. It's not failure. It's just the volume of a lot of good things happening all at the same time. And it gets a little overwhelming. And that's just the thing. I think there's actually a certain beauty to overwhelm. I don't think that that's an inherently bad word. It's just simply speaking to the volume of a lot of things happening at once, even a lot of good things happening at once. And it's all been so incredibly volatile, these high highs followed by these low lows, but it's an abrasive agent, the ups and the downs and the ups and the downs that are slowly, brutally, and uncomfortably hollowing out, so there's space for me to finally step into and move forward into the new. It's also kind of like a muscle and exercise, the contracting and the expanding, the micro tears that then heal into the better thing so you can grow. Same concept, everything just takes a little bit of abrasion to get you to where you're trying to go. So here's to the vitality, to exercise, to muscle, to being overwhelmed, to more good things, understanding that sometimes you need to crash out once in a while, to bring yourself back to that space of recognizing the simple things and walking forward from there. There's a lot that I don't understand right now, but I'm seeing how it's all foundational to where I'm trying to go. And in that, we're going to be okay.